Hey, family. This is Timalyn Bowens, and I am America's favorite EA. I'm also the owner of Bowens Tax Solutions, which is a virtual firm based in Louisville, Kentucky, and we focus on helping first generation entrepreneurs that owe the IRS 100K today and can't pay. So you may be thinking, if you help business owners, why are you doing this W4 video? The reason I'm doing this is because I also believe in preventative care. I don't want taxpayers to owe the IRS and not be able to pay. So if you're a business owner, you technically can't tell your employees how to fill this form out. If you aren't a business owner, but you're clicking on this, you know your boss, HR, they will not tell you how to fill this out. So that's why I'm doing this for you because I am on a personal mission to fill the tax literacy gap one taxpayer at a time. All right. So if I help you in doing this, it will mean all the world to me. If this helps you, just let me know down in the comments. In this video, we're going to look at how to fill out the W-4 for a single individual that has one job. And no, that does not mean one job at a time. I will do another video next week on how to fill this out for a single individual that has multiple jobs throughout the year. Right now, we're only looking at if you have one job for the entire year. All right. And the whole purpose of this form is so your employer can withhold the correct amount of federal income tax. If too little is withheld, you'll typically owe, and that's what we want to avoid. If too much is withheld, you'll usually get a refund. Please make note of that. You get a refund when too much is withheld. For me, I don't know about you, but for me, I like to have more of my money when I earn it. I hate making my tax payments, and if I can reduce that at all, that is what I'm gonna do. So the whole purpose of the W-4 is to help you only pay what you have to and keep more of your money throughout the year. So let's get right into it. In this example, we have Wednesday F. Adams. All right. So here we have first name, middle initial, last name. If you know Wednesday's middle name, I want you to drop it down in the comments. All right. And yes, it does start with an F. So first name, middle initial, last name. And you want to make sure you have your social security number here. Okay. If you do not have a social security number, you want to make sure that you put your I-10, okay? It's ITIN. What that stands for is your individual taxpayer identification number. All right. This starts with the number 9 and it will allow you to file a tax return and also claim certain tax credits. All right. Now, you want to make sure that you put an address that you can be reached at. What do I mean by that? Why would you not put where you live? Let me give you an example. When I was in college, I did not always live at the same residence from year to year to year. My permanent address was where my parents lived. I have a brother right now. He does not like to get mail where he lives. He yet lives in the same city as my parents. So he has his mail sent to my parents' address if it is important enough. So if you were somebody who doesn't live in the same place from year to year, you want to take that into consideration when filling out this W-4 because this is the address that the employer is going to send your W-2 to. And we all want our tax information timely when January and February roll around, right? So make sure you have that. So Wednesday Adams' address is 4222 Clinton Way. For this example, she lives in Louisville, Kentucky, 40245. She does not actually live in Louisville, Kentucky, if you're familiar with Wednesday Adams, okay? Now, like I said, we are looking at this from a single person standpoint that does not have multiple jobs. So for 2023, we're anticipating she is only going to have one job. She's going to mark single here. And I want to make it clear, you want to put your status based on what you were anticipating, not necessarily on what it was the year before. For example, if you were married in 2022, but you know you're getting divorced in 2023, go ahead and mark it single, not married filing jointly. Because what will happen is you won't have enough withheld. Same for if you know you were head of household and you had a child or a parent that lived with you that made you qualify for head of household. If they will not qualify for 2023, make sure you change from head of household to single. All right. Now, you're only going to look at steps 2 through 4 if they apply to you. In this example, they do not apply to you. They only apply if you have something here reserved for future use. We use the multiple jobs worksheet, which I said we're not doing that for this example. And then here, if there are only 2 jobs total and you were married and the incomes are similar, you would check this box. And I'll talk about what that does in the W4 video that I do in the future for married filing jointly. And I will get those wrapped up here in the month of January because new W4s are due to your employer by February 15th for this year. All right, so we want to make sure you have that in time. Now, there is a tip here. If you have self-employment income, it tells you to look at page 2. You're not going to typically fill out this W4, and I say typically, I use that loosely. When you're self-employed, you not only have to pay into federal income tax, you also have to pay self-employment tax, which is Social Security and Medicare. Now, if you want to go into more detail about that, I have a podcast, which is Tax Relief with Timalyn Bowens. I go into a lot more detail about what self-employment tax is, the percentages, and how to pay it. But what this tip is letting you know is that you'll need to calculate your self-employment tax and make those payments manually if you are self-employed as well, or you can have additional withholding from your W-2 job if you have a W-2 job and you're self-employed. All right. So step 3, this is for claiming dependents and other credits. I'm not going to go through this here because this is somebody filing single without children, so this wouldn't actually apply to you. This fun stuff here, if you have other income not from jobs, this is something where you could choose to have that extra income if you're self-employed, right? If we have deductions, excuse me, if we have deductions such as, you know, that you're going to itemize, you're giving to retirement in a traditional plan like traditional 401k, you know, that's going to reduce your taxable income. We can figure that in here as well, or any extra withholding. All right. And again, not going to apply here, but it will in the future. So really for Wednesday here, being single, having one job throughout the year, Wednesday just needs to make sure that she has her first name, middle initial, last name, social security number, the correct address that she wants that W-2 to go to when tax time rolls around. She's going to be single, and that's her anticipated tax filing status for 2023. Steps 2 through 4 do not apply to her. But again, remember, I briefly told you what they do cover. So for this document to be complete, Wednesday is going to need to sign it right here, put her John Hancock, and then date it. Now, you don't have to worry about this part here. Your employer will take care of that. But other than the signature, this is what Wednesday's form will look like when she fills it out. Now, if your employer has some type of online portal where you turn in this information, you can fill this out to kind of guide you so you know what you're putting in, because the online portal will be asking you these same questions. It just tricks some people because it's in a different format. Now, if you found this video to be helpful, please, please, please like it here on the YouTube page. Let me know in the comments what your favorite part was. Let me know if you know Wednesday's middle name without looking it up. But if you'd like more content like this, also let me know in the comments. I also have a blog on my website, which is www.americasfavoriteea.com, and Tax Relief with Timalyn Bowens podcast that you can listen to wherever you stream podcasts. Please share this video as well to help me on my mission to fill the tax literacy gap one taxpayer at a time.